Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Matt and I'm here to share my life on and around motorbikes. Hope you enjoy. Okay, before we begin, let me just say I really hope you guys are safe. I think the first thing I'm going to do is just tell you about what's happening in this garage, maybe take you for a quick tour and just move on to where we are now and what we're focusing on. Here's the garage. It's a very good sized double garage in length. What I've added here is everything else other than the sofa, basically. So I got these shelves that I've very quickly filled up with stuff. I got my bikes, or some of them at least, that you can see here. First toolbox that I bought was this small one from SGS Engineering. At the same time I bought this small bench. I think it was from Machine Mart. Good quality, but it quickly became apparent that I needed something bigger, which is when I decided to build this one made of, I think it's like 1x4. I've probably spent like a tenner on this bench, basically made with timber that I bought from some, obviously, screws that I bought, and everything else is something that I've scavenged. I then added this drawer made with plywood, which I bought as well, and then some spare pallet wood that I used here and there. Got my small compressor, probably actually too small for the most of the jobs. It's like a 50 liters one. Vice pillar drill. This is quite useful for bearings and all that. Got a small MIG welder and a TIG welder that I got at an auction. Moving on, I then went on and bought this toolbox called Halfos Industrial, which is quite nice. Sorry, I think I've lost a bit. Anyway, yeah, the shot blasting cabinet, you need to turn it into a vapor blaster or aqua blaster, which was my plan to begin with. I do, however, need to get a much bigger air compressor. So the intention would be to get a big compressor, maybe a vertical one, to put here, but they are extremely expensive and I absolutely cannot afford it now. So that'll have to do for the moment, and we'll see when we get there to having enough money. And I think that's it. I think now we can talk motorbikes. I don't know if you can spot it, but there's something missing on this bike. This is my Yamaha XJR 1300. Love this bike. It's the first bike that I bought after moving. It really was lovely to tour on it. It was a perfect commuter. It had some grunt, and I had a few problems with the engine. At one point I just decided to use it as a guinea pig in a way, and taking the engine apart and putting it back together, and I'm still not done yet. Just because I've made some mistakes, and potentially quite big ones, but nothing that is unrecoverable. It's just that at the moment I just put it in the back burner, keep it as a very long-term project. But I will eventually get round to doing some work on it, which I have done in the past. Then I had to take it all apart again. So I think if you watch my videos, you'll see that there was quite a decent amount of progress made with the engine. But we're now step back to square one, and we're gonna have to. It's a good bike, love it, and I really hope I can bring it back to life. Well, I think we can call this our adventure bike corner. So this is my 200 EXC, obviously KTM. It's a two-stroke bike. I bought it 2.5 years ago over Christmas, just to try a bit of off-road, because I've always wanted a two-stroke, and I always wanted to give off-roading a go. I love it. It's so light, quick, and the two-stroke engine is something amazing. The only problem for me is that I haven't used it that much. I probably used it less than 10 times in 2 years, for a number of reasons. The first being that there are no places to properly use a two-stroke off-road bike around here. So I live in near London, in the northwest of London, and if you really want to enjoy some proper off-road, you probably, your best bet is going to Wales. And it's quite distant from here, and I don't have a van. I either have to ride the bike wherever I'm going to. Obviously Wales would be 4 hours, and 4 hours on this seat is something I do not recommend. And the second best thing is, well, actually the best thing is to hire a van. But behind that is my Multistrada. My Multistrada was my everyday bike. Used it to commute, I used it to tour. I went to Portugal with it. 2 up, fully loaded, perfect. And at the same time it's got a Tesla Stretta engine, so it's really, really sporty, and if you want to be a hooligan, you can be. And this is it. This is my beloved 748. So this is the second bike that I owned, and I've owned it since back when I was in Italy. We're talking about 2008, I think I bought it. This is a 2001 model, and it's amazing to ride. You will see some of the videos on my channel about chain tension. After that video, a few months later, the actual chain snapped. That was obviously most likely all my fault, simply because I hadn't replaced the chain, despite the bike had been sitting in a garage back in Italy before I imported it for, I think, roughly 7 or 8 years. It did develop some rust, which I checked the chain when I've inspected it and tensioned it, and I couldn't see any rust. But after it snapped, I looked at it, and there were like small spots on the rollers inside. So something that you could have seen. I should have, more than seen it, I should have just replaced it, because obviously it's cheaper to buy a set of chain and sprockets rather than having to do all this. But hey ho, you live and learn, right? So I have posted a couple of updates on my Instagram account. I'll put a link on down below. So where we are right now is the engine is at Ray Petty's Mechanica in South London. Just finished sandblasting it. They're now reassembling it, and they're gonna give me a call when it's done. Luckily, they're still working despite the lockdown. I'm assuming, mechanics are considered as a essential. So this is where we are. I just started. Up until 2 days ago, this bike was in pieces, completely taken apart, disassembled, and all in those shelves. So what I decided to do was to just do a dry fit of the bike, just to make sure that I know, that I notice any part that I need to reorder, reassemble it. So we're talking about bearings, we're talking about, I don't know, gaskets, rather than obviously a new chain and sprockets. So all those small and not so small things that you need to get a bike up and running. I've ordered obviously fork seals, fork bushings, fork coil, drive chain, swing arm bearings, pivot linkage bearings, headstock bearings as well. Everything is going to be ordered. All the parts that are subject to wear and tear, I'm going to inspect them. I'm cleaning everything before putting it on, obviously. I will go through this project mainly in the coming videos, so that we can all enjoy, and you can share the pain that I will go through. The bills as well. I'm not saying you're going to share the bills. If you want, you're very welcome to, but I'm going to share with you the money I'm spending on the bike, so that we can keep track. I can keep track, which is good, because I normally don't do it, but hopefully it's going to be informative to you guys as well. So I haven't got much to show you about the last bike. It's an old Triumph Trophy 900. That was the only bike that I bought with the intention of having a project bike, mainly because of the frame. It is a really nice frame, and I think it can something really nice and interesting can come out of it. But as you can tell, there's so much here to do, so I decided to put that in, not even in the back burner, that's in the freezer. So here it is. This is my garage. This is what I need to live with, and I know I'm lucky. As I said, you know, there's people that are a lot less lucky than I am. But yeah, so my main focus is this baby here. I really miss riding this bike, and I want to take it to track days. But before that, I want to just have fun in the build of this bike, and I hope you want to tag along and enjoy it with me. So stay tuned, stay safe, and I'll see you on my next video. Thanks for watching.